God, I thank you so much for showing me who I am, showing me who the people around me truly are, and letting them actually be who they are in my presence. A lot of times I want to change people. A lot of times I want them so bad to be something else. A lot of time I want the circumstance to be so badly to be something else that I imagine it differently. I hope so well differently. When in reality, you were showing me these real people. You were showing me their real intentions, and I did not want to see it. Not up until the point where I was broken beyond my own repair. Not until the moment where I needed them the most and they couldn't show up for me and they couldn't help. And I was left broken. I was left bewildered. I was left alone when I swore that there would always be someone that was going to be around to help me. God, I ask that you show me myself. I ask that you show me who I really am, because I'm not perfect either. I don't know everything either. I'm not always clear and concise and just pure either, God. So please show me myself. And as you sit me in front of my own mirror, help me to realize that I have to be better and I have to change and I have to listen to you, God, because I haven't been listening. I haven't been taking the situations that you've laid out to me plainly for what it is. I haven't been taking the situations that you have placed me in for what they are and utilizing the resources. I've been praying that they are different. I've been praying that they change, but I have not been using them for what you are telling me that they are. So God, sit me in my own mirror and help me to confront myself and help me to actually see what I'm meant to do, see who I'm meant to be, God, and stop ignoring it. Give me the clear, concise vision of what I'm meant to do so that I can focus on my job, so I can focus on what you have meant for me to do, God. God, please sit these people that are around me, these people who have hurt me, these people who don't know you, these people who are unaware of themselves, these people who are searching for themselves and their purpose and happiness and peace in the thing that's going to bring them together. God, show these people who they are. Sit them in the mirror. Show them exactly what they're looking for. Show them exactly who they are in this moment. And also show them, God, who they're meant to be. Show them the things that they need to change and the things that are still unbroken in them. Show them the things that they are refusing to change and refusing to let go and trying to make seem different and trying to hide and cover and trying to run away from. Please, God, show these people themselves in their truest essence. And even if it scares them and even if it makes them want to run away and even if it makes them want to change, God, please give them the strength and courage to see themselves and be willing to do something about what they see. Be willing to do something about what's going on in their lives. God, please help me to release the pain and anxiety and worry. Help me to be able to pay these people back who feel like I owe them. If you feel like that I owe them, God, please help me to be able to restore what I've taken from them. Please, God, help to release all of the bonds and all of the soul ties, all of the things that these people have given me. Please help me all these things to be restored back to them tenfold, God. To all of us. If there's anybody or anything out there thinking that we owe them, thinking that we need them, thinking that we can't move without them, thinking that without their existence we won't last, God, please restore anything that they've given us back to them, God, so that we can gather our own essence. We can gather our own knowledge. We can gather our own wisdom. We can gather our own love. We can find this development and love within you. These same people who thought that they can control our lives and that without them we'll be nothing. God, give them everything that they want back. Anything that they've given us, please return it to them, God, tenfold. But for us, God, we've been looking for something that we've been replacing with other things that have not been filling us up, God. And today we ask that you release all of those bonds, release all of those things that we used to need, release all of those things that we used to want, release all of those things that we used to have, release all of these desires that used to drive us back into hell, release all of these things that keep us addicted, release all of these things that keep us overwhelmed, release all these things that keep us crying and worried, release all of this anxiety that is balled up in our chest, release all of this anger from the experience that we had in the past and the people who have hurt us, release everything that is not of you, God, because it's so hard to love, and it's so hard to be nice, and it's so hard to show up, and it's so hard to be in your energy, God, when there's still so much inside of us pulling us towards the past, because we haven't let go, we haven't acknowledged, we haven't seen that that's not where we're meant to be. And that's why, God, I want you to sit us in front of our mirrors, show us exactly what we're meant to see, so that we are clear moving forward. We're clear exactly who these people are. We're clear what they want from us. We're clear of their intention for us moving forward. We're clear how this job feels about us. We're clear that how much they choose to pay us. We're clear what they want to give us. We're clear how they value us. I want us to be in just as clear as we are about everything around us. Help us to be that even much more clear about who we are to ourselves. Right now, what we feel about ourselves. If we value ourselves enough, if we love ourselves enough not to be in the place that we're in, not to keep making excuses, not to keep ignoring what you're showing us about where we are. God, show us who you need us to be. Show us the purpose that you have for us. Show us the reason that you created us. Show us how we're meant to receive this love and this light and these blessings. And not only that, but show us how to better ourselves, because we've already fallen. We're not perfect anymore. We're not. We've stopped being your children many times. So because we have let you go, God, please show us how to come back. And that means that there's going to be a lot of tearing up of who we used to be, our habits, the things that we used to do, the people that we've been around, the jobs that we have, all these things that we love so much, because they were never you, because we had to go out of your essence to get them. We have to realize that we can't keep these things. It's not meant for us. And God, when you're sitting us in the mirror, help us to be okay with that. Don't let us combat that. Help us to be okay realizing that these things that we've been wanting for so long have never been a reflection of you. God, help me to not worry about any of these things moving forward, any of these addictions, any of these afflictions, any of this pain, any of this fear, the people who hurt me, the things that they said, the things that they did, the ways that they rejected me, the ways that they hurt me. God, please stop letting me reflect on these things and let it cause me anger, letting it cause me frustration, letting it bring pride and ego into my heart, letting it make me want to be vindictive and nasty, making me want to change who I am, making me want to hide myself. God, do not ever let somebody or something that's outside of me make it want to change who I am for you. Life has made me want to change. Life has made me want to be different. Life has made me want to give up. Life has made me want to hide myself. Life has made me want to hide my story. Life has made me want to leave. But with you, it's different. But with you, I feel better. I feel whole. I feel at peace, and I feel pleasant, God. So help me only worry about you moving forward. Help me to release everything that has afflicted me and hurt me back to the world. I don't take responsibility for their pain. I don't take responsibility for what they've gone through. I don't take responsibility for what they're trying to pour into me. I don't take responsibility for what they're trying to put on my back. I don't take responsibility for how they've clowned me and how they've told me I'm who I'm not, and how they've told me I'm not a child of God. I don't take any of that into consideration because I realize it's not true. So I release all these things back to the world. I release them back where they came from. Oh my gosh, you guys. I don't know if you guys can see that cardinal that just flew away. But even with that energy, I keep seeing cardinals. God, there are so many things that I'm holding on to. There's so many things that we're holding on to. Cardinals, all this red, our root chakra. That means our safety, our security, our trauma. These things that are rooted in our past, that generational trauma, the generational things that they keep, that your parents and these habits that people keep passing down because that's what they were taught and that's what they feel like they knew, even though they don't feel comfortable in their life. They're passing down these things, but they don't even feel comfortable in these things. That these habits and values that they have, they are looking for new habits and values. They're looking for a new way to live. They're praying for a new way for God to show them, but they're still teaching you the old ways of moving. And God, with this cardinal energy, with all this red energy, we're realizing that we are not our ancestors. We are not these people who came before us. We are not our moms, our dad, or any of these people. We are you. You created us. We didn't start with our ancestors. We didn't start with our mom and our dad. They started with you. We came from you, God. So you have to realize that we are not supposed to be reflecting what's in the world. Everybody who has came to this world has reflected some part of this world, but you haven't. So we are asking that you guide us, not these other people, not what they say and what they've done and the mistakes that they've made and how they want to change us and how they think that we should move in our lives when they haven't lived their purpose, when they don't know you, when they don't know how to speak to you, God, when they don't know how to let you speak through them, when they can't even sit alone with you for a moment, when they can't be honest with themselves about who they are and the mistakes that they're making. These people, these situations, these circumstances cannot rule us anymore. And we've been allowing them to. We've been allowing our past. We've been allowing our parents' opinions. We've been allowing the opinions of people around us. We've been allowing everything that the world offers to come and tell us that we're not enough, that we still got to do more, that life shouldn't be that easy. It's hard. That everything that we're receiving, we gotta work a million times hard for. That God is not an easy thing to obtain. That many people don't know God. That you just have to do all this on your own. We have been tricked by people who never tried. We have been tricked. We have been told these things by people who have only tried once and then gave up, who have never tried, who have never put themselves out there to be or to do or to learn or to accept anything different than what they can see in front of them. And we realize that faith is not in what you see. Faith is in knowing. Faith is in knowing what's to come. Faith is the inner knowing that, you know what, even though this situation looks like this is not where it ends for me. And God, please, with this, because faith and naivety it's like a thin line between being faithful and being naive. Being of faith and realizing that the situation is not how it has to end, and actually being naive and ignoring what the situation actually is telling you. To be of faith, you have to realize, yes, the situation is messed up. Yes, I am going through it. Yes, I don't know what I'm doing. Yes, I've made that mistake. Yes, I've done that. But I know that I don't have to stay this person. I know that I don't have to continue to be this person. I know I don't have to keep taking this. Naivety, being naive is different because you ignore the red flags. You ignore the signs. You do not take responsibility. You do not accept where you are. You blame this on someone else. And as much as people have hurt us and have put us through things, God, please help us to stop blaming them for this stuff and start to take responsibility for where we are right now. Help us to stop blaming people for what they didn't know, what they didn't do, what they couldn't give us when they are lost. We are mad at people who have been lost. We are mad because we let lost people guide us. We are mad because we got lost and we ran into people who were lost as well, and we trauma bonded with them and we stayed amongst that, and now we're hurting because we realized that we were never supposed to be there. We realized that we were never supposed to take that job. We realized that we were never supposed to be in that situation. But we are. And it's not because of anybody else, it's because of us. Yes, we have been bamboozled. Yes, we have been tricked. Yes, we have been misled by people that we love, by ourselves, by our own energy, by our own desires, by our own flesh, by our own just emotions. We have been misled. But taking responsibility right now, we realize that we don't have to stay there. And we don't have to keep blaming people, and we don't have to bring these people with us. We were never meant to do that. They're trying to bring us with them, and we couldn't even go. So imagine you trying to bring people with you that don't want to go. God, please allow us to leave these circumstances, these people, these things right where they are. We love to play your role, Jesus. We love to try to save everybody, even though you didn't save everybody. You only were meant to save the people who wanted to be saved. You didn't try to prove yourself to the people who didn't want to be saved. You didn't let them hurt you. You didn't sit there and let them contradict you. You left. And a lot of us don't want to do that. A lot of us don't want to leave these places. We want to feel secure enough because this is where we've been. So we feel secure here up until the moment where we're being triggered and triggered and triggered. And we're like, oh my gosh, why am I being so triggered? And it's because we're in a place where we don't want to be, but we're not supposed to be. So help us to release these things back to the world because that's where they belong. If they belong to you, we would want them. We would desire them. We would need them. They would fulfill us. If it belonged to you, we would receive fulfillment when we received it. But because we don't, we release it back to the world where it belongs, God. And we don't chase it. We don't get mad at it. We don't let it overwhelm us. We move on from it. And we continue to pray to you and ask you for the clarity and guidance. God, I take hold back of myself. I reintroduce myself back to my power. I reintroduce myself back to my knowledge and wisdom. I reintroduce myself back to you, God. God, we realize that there are a lot of false prophets out here. A lot of people who think that they know and they say that they know, but they don't have a lot of faith in you. They don't think that you can change anything. They say these prayers and they do all these things, but they do, after it's over, they do not believe that you're a way maker, that you can make changes, that you rule and decide everything. And God, please show these people themselves. Show these people what life really is. Show these people who you are and who you can be, so that they can finally stop moving and finally stop complaining about what they don't have and how much they're working, when you are asking them to just release and be themselves in front of you to get what they deserve. Reintroduce us to our own power, the power that you've given us when we were born, not the power that we have to get from being deceitful and working harder than we need to, and showing up for people who don't want to show up for us and doing all these things. Please give us the power, God, that you have been given us, that you have awarded us upon our birth. Please release the holds that the devil has over our minds, over our bodies, over our energy, over our instincts, over our intentions, over our intuition, over everything that you are ruler over. God, please release the devil's hold. Please release the devil's hold, God. He wants to destroy our mindsets. He wants to destroy our bodies. He wants to destroy our intuition. He wants to destroy our emotions. He wants to destroy everything that you are trying to solidify. And God, I ask, no, God, I say, devil, you have no authority here. You have no power here. I am of peace. I am God's child. So I will not argue with you. I will not go back and forth with you. I will not let you even think for a moment that you have my attention or my energy, God. I will not ever let the devil feel like he has my attention or my energy or anything that belongs to me. And it's because I'm focused on you, God. I'm releasing my fear, God. I'm releasing these strongholds. I'm releasing all this energy. I'm releasing all these people. I'm releasing all these memories. I'm releasing all the pain and anger. I don't want it anymore. I used to thrive off of it. I used to want to be mad. I used to want to get people back. I used to want to be better just so I can show people who I am. I used to want to prove myself. And I don't have to prove when I'm your child. I don't have to prove who I am to anyone. I have to show up and be that. And help me realize every day that it's not about proving. It's about being. It's about really living the life. It's about really conquering who I am every day. It's about really acknowledging that I am not perfect, but trying to work through all these things that, again, I've settled in myself. I've let people trigger me so much that I feel like I have to overpower people and talk over people. I've let people trigger me so much that I feel like I have to prove myself. I've let people trigger me so much that I feel like I have to work hard and I have to overdo it and I have to keep going just so people can find me and see me and know. God, take all this pride, take all this ego, take all the devil's energy away from me. I want to be as humble as you, God. I don't want to have to need for their opinions. I don't have to need for their energy. I don't have to need for anything that's outside of me because you are all I need. And realizing that is knowing that everything that you are, the people, the money, the resources, the opportunities, is all out here for me. And I'm going to walk into it every single time as long as I'm open to you. As long as I'm open to you. So God, I release this fear. I release these strongholds. I release every single intentional, emotional, sexual, spiritual, mental, physical sin that I have, that I've been a part of, that I've allowed to go on, that I've ignored even though I knew it was there. Please forgive me of all these sins. And they're sins because I knew I wasn't supposed to do it. I knew it didn't feel right in my spirit. I know I wasn't supposed to be yelling or doing certain things, but yet I still did it because that's my instinct. Because that's how I was raised. That's because that is how much I let people this outside world trigger me and change me, so I became different. And I asked God for me to be reintroduced to my real self. I don't want to live as this person anymore. I don't want to live as this mad, angry, overwhelmed, anxious, this person who does not know, this person who is searching, this person who is having sex with anybody or doing anything or trying to receive any money or just, this person who's trying to be in anyone's energy. This person that we are right now, this person that's just accepting anything just to feel comfortable, just to feel clear. God, I release this person from us right now. I release this demonic spirit from us right now. I release every devil in our mind, spirit, and heart right now, God. Because it has no space here. You are in us. It has no space here. It has no energy here. It doesn't work here anymore. Wasn't working here. And that's why we feel this way. Because who we are is not working anymore. It's not getting us the results that we needed. And we're realizing that, God. And we're excited for that. Moving forward, God, please help me to commit to you. Help me to commit to you. Don't let me commit my life to working for money, working for others, doing all these things. Although I know that's in my purpose, but that's not what I'm meant to do. I'm meant to commit my life to you and allow you to move me. Not for me to assume that I'm meant to be somewhere and assume I'm meant to be Captain Save a Hole and assume that things are going to be perfect. And no, I'm meant to be where you've guided me to be so I can help, or I can do, or I can reflect, or I can be who you've meant me to be. And that means I have to be open. That means I cannot think that I know everything and think that I can do whatever I want. And I can't do that anymore, God. Not if I want to be in your energy. Not if I want to commit to you. When we get a job and we sign that contract where I'm going to be at this job, you commit to them. Everything that they say that they need you to do, you got to do, or you won't be there anymore. God is the same way. When you commit to God, you have to listen. That is your boss. That is your creator. But we like to not listen. We like to pick and choose when we listen to you. We like to pick and choose what we do that you say. We like to pick and choose how we interact with you. We like to do what we want to do. We like to think that this is our job and that we're the owners of all of this. When we're on borrowed time. When we don't know if tomorrow will be the last day that we live. So God, humble us. We're not humble enough. We're not broken enough. And that's why we keep going through things. That's why we keep being in these circumstances, because we don't realize that if we were the rulers, if we were the owners, we will be able to change it. We will be able to fix it. There's shit we can't fix because we don't own it. We are not, again, you have went to the devil as your boss, and he has put all this into your life. You went straight away from God, and now you are overwhelmed because your boss is somebody that you would never want your boss to be. Now your mind is telling you to do and accept and let pass and just these things that you don't even need. So God, I ask to be reintroduced to myself, and I ask to take my power back. I ask to all the power that I've released to other people, all the power that I've released to these jobs, all the power that I've released to circumstances, all the power that I've released in arguments, all power I've released in sex, all powers that I've released in my overwhelm, all powers that I've released, God, I ask for it back, and I ask for it restored. I ask for it clean, clear, and shiny in love. I ask for every single one of my powers back, God. So that when I know you, so that I'm not out here searching for my power. I'm not out here searching for a person. I'm not out here searching for a thing. I am actually, when I see you, I know it's you because of how I feel, how full that I am. When I see your spirit, when I see an opportunity that's meant for you, or that's sent by you, when I see a person that's a person of God, when I see these things, God, I know it's you. I know it is. So help me to stay in my own lane. Help me to stop trying to change people's lives or construct their lives in the way that I feel that they should go, or even my own life. Help me to allow you to work through me, God. Live inside of me. I don't want to look for you out here in the world, because I know that my Holy Spirit holds you inside of me. So God, be released out of me. Be released out of me. I want everybody to know you when I walk up. I want everybody to acknowledge you when I'm in their presence. I want everybody to understand you when I'm here. And I know that everybody won't. Everybody's not ready for you. Everybody's not ready for the Spirit of truth. The Spirit of truth has a sword. The Spirit of truth hurts. The Spirit of truth is going to tell you where you're not supposed to be, and what you're not supposed to do, and how you are fucking your life up. And a lot of people do not want that, God. So please help me to not try to confine to situations where I'm not meant to be. Please help me not to never confine to things and places where you are not. Allow me to allow others to live their life and go on their own way, and not feel bad about the fact that I know that they're going to have to learn the hard way. Don't let me feel bad about this, guy, because they have to go through it. When you've gone too far off, you got to figure out that way to come back. And I can't help you come back if God is guiding me in a different way. And the same thing for other people. Other people couldn't help me come back when I was being guided in a different way. So God, please help me to know that I'm my responsibility. And if you've guided me to help someone else and pour into someone else, for me to do that effortlessly and with ease. But not for me to be up here trying to force people who don't want you, don't understand you, don't want to understand themselves, don't want to know anything more, don't want to be anything more, don't want to reflect your image, God. Please don't let me try to explain myself, explain my knowledge, explain my wisdom, explain you to them. Because help me to remember that you never did that. Help me to remember that you never proved yourself to anyone that didn't know you. The people who ran up to you, Jesus, the people who ran up to you, God, were people who already knew who you were. The people who already knew that you had magnificent power. The people who already knew everything that you were the Son of God. They weren't doubting it. They knew in their hearts. And please, God, attract me with people who know that you live inside of me because you live inside of them. Help me be attracted to people who have faith, circumstances that have faith, money that has faith, opportunities that have faith. God, please help me to have faith where I don't have faith. I haven't always been faithful. I haven't always understood you. I haven't always listened to you, God. Please help me to have faith in you. Help me stay in my own lane, God, and to never accept half of what you are, to never accept half of who you are, to never accept half of what I deserve, to never accept half or a piece or just a crumb of what you were meant to give me, God. I've accepted crumbs. I've accepted pieces of peace. I've accepted pieces of love. I accepted pieces of enlightenment. And I was wondering and worried about why I felt this way. I was wondering and worried about why I still needed more, why I still felt like I was empty, why I still felt like they were going to hurt me, why I still felt like I wasn't accepted. And it's because I settled for a piece and not the whole thing. Because one thing I know, God, is that when I'm with you, without any friends, without anybody validating me, without anything, I've never felt this whole, God. So I know that in the past, I've asked for a piece of love. I've allowed just a piece of your energy to be near me. And moving forward, God, I release this energy from my life. I release the pieces and I send them back to their sender. But I ask for all of me back. All of me, I need it back now. I need it restored in full. I'm back to 100% right now. I'm back to your energy. I'm back to exactly how you made me when I was born, God. I have all of your energy right now because I want my energy back. Release all of their energy from mine and mine from them. Don't let them hold on to any of my energy. Don't let them hold on to my essence. God, give me my energy back. And God, if you aren't meant to give me that, if you aren't meant to give me certain energies back, please allow them to keep it. Please allow them to have the knowledge or the wisdom or the love that you have meant for me to show them from you. Give me back what I need, God, and what I'm not meant to have back, allow them to have it, God, and I don't ever want it back. God, do not let my spirit or soul seek anything that doesn't reflect your love. Don't let my spirit or soul ever seek anything that is not of you. Don't let my spirit or soul ever be on this journey of trying to find anything outside of me when I know that you're inside of me. When I know that you move mountains inside of me and outside of this world. When I know that it's easy for me to tap into you when I'm quiet and when I'm peaceful and when I acknowledge who I truly am. Help me to never want something that isn't a part of you. Help me never want something that you are not blessing me with. God, I'm so sorry that I've traded certain people and certain experiences and certain being comfortable for just a moment. Even though I was uncomfortable as heck, but just being in a place that was familiar. I'm sorry, God, that I traded familiarity for your love. I'm sorry that I traded trauma for your love. I'm sorry that I traded you off. I'm sorry, that was a mistake, God, and I ask that you forgive me. Because many times I've traded what I thought and my trauma, my trauma bonding, and my people pleasing, and my need for it to be seen, and my need to be known, and my need to be heard. I've traded all of these things for being in your grace and being in your presence. And I'm sorry that I was overdoing. I'm sorry that I didn't listen. I'm sorry that I was prideful. I'm sorry that my ego was all over the place. I'm sorry that I didn't ask for you to fill me up. And I relied on who I used to be. God, help me to not care about the opinions of others. Help me to be strong and solidified in my foundation, and especially in you. Don't let anything that anybody else has to say or do or feel about me overwhelm me. And help me be so solid in you that nothing can move me. Nothing can tell me anything different about you. Nothing can release me of the faith and of the covenant and of the commitment that I made to you. I made a commitment with you, God, and don't let anything stop me from being committed to you. And God, it's not that you don't let anything stop me. God, don't help me to not stop me. There's gonna be times where I want to stop myself from being your child because it's hard, because I don't understand, because it seems weird, because I'm not used to that. Stop me from trying to stop myself, God. I want to know you. I want to be close to you. I don't want to ever leave your presence. I don't want you to ever leave me. And I don't want anything to ever try to take your place, God. Because you are full of love. You are full of blessings. You are full of energy. You are full of everything that I need. And I know it. And I know it. And I know it. I know it. I know it. I know it. I know it, God. I know it. So I release the opinions and what other people feel, who they think that I am. If they think that you really exist. If they think that I really know you, if they feel that I'm crazy, if they feel that I am not even talking to you, it doesn't matter what other people feel or think, God. Help me to realize that you have new energy, you have new blessings, you have new abundance, you have new wisdom, you have new love coming towards me, and I will never be the same. I will never be the same after this moment. I will never be the same after today. So, God, please allow all the negativity and all the draining energies to be released from my body and from my life. Anything that is taking away from me what you're trying to give to me, God, I rebuke it and I send it away swiftly. It has no place here. It is no home here. It is no energy here. It does not deserve to be here. And I'm making it known. Not just inside my body, not just inside my mind, but I'm making it known with my mouth. I'm making it known with my intention. I'm making it known with my energy that I will never stay. I will never sacrifice. I will never just sit here and allow negativity to run rampant in my life, thinking that I have to sit here, thinking I have to sit in it, thinking I have to accept it to get to where I'm meant to be. I will never accept this again, God. Help me to direct people to you and not to me. I don't want to direct people to my knowledge and my wisdom because I don't have it. Only thing I have is what you give me. Only thing I have is what you've allowed me to have. Only thing I have is what you have given me, God. So help me to direct people to you so that they can have this same type of wisdom, this knowingness that's almost crazy. This knowingness that is so magnificent, so wonderful. This knowing that gives them the most peace that they've ever sensed and seen in their life. Help give these people this knowingness so that they don't need to search for it or read a book for it or have to join a cult or anything for it. Help them to realize that this knowledge was born inside of them, and if only they would tap into it. If only they would sit quietly and listen. If only they would release themselves from the negativity and all of the overwhelming their own minds and bodies, that they will understand you more. God, help me to be honest, not just pleasant. I've tried to be pleasant. I've tried to be nice in ways that I've allowed certain things around me for too long. I've tried to be nice because I didn't know how the best way to say certain things, the best way to come across, the best way to not hurt anybody's feelings. But my feelings were being hurt. But I was losing myself. But I was going through something. God, please don't let me just be pleasant. Because all that energy hurt me in the end. Me trying to keep my mouth closed. Me trying to just wait it out. Me just trying to be nice and just Oh, okay. It made me sick in the end. I started people pleasing. I started to trauma bond. I thought that this is how I'm supposed to live. I thought that this is how everybody was supposed to deal with life. Not realizing that I could be honest and I could speak up and I don't have to stay in situations that I'm not supposed to be in. But that it would be uncomfortable for a while. But that it would be uncomfortable until I realized that I didn't need it. That God is more comfortable than being in a place where people don't like me, don't have intentions to honor me. They don't even know, like, or honor themselves. Thank you, God, for allowing me to realize these situations and who these people were, and help me to move away from them. And even these things that were inside of myself that reflected the same thing. God, thank you so much for helping me to not trauma bond anymore and make excuses for anybody, even myself. God, please help me to release what I thought I was, what I thought was real in this life, so that I can be prepared for what's happening next. So I can be prepared for the new. It's not about what used to happen. It's not about what I thought was going to be. I thought this was going to be the best relationship. But I thought that this is going to last forever. And I thought, God, please release me from all the things that I thought. God, please help me to realize that I don't have to overwhelm myself with the problems and the life and the energy of others. My life is my only responsibility. My life and my daughter's life, to be honest. I don't have to overwhelm myself with the lives of others. I don't have to overwhelm myself with their problems. I don't have to overwhelm myself with their feelings, their what they feel and they think. God, that's not what you brought me here for. You brought me here to magnify you and to glorify you and to help guide people towards you, because everybody on earth is lost. And you brought me here so that I can help people find you through the relationship that I have with you. So God, help me to realize that their problems are not my problems. Their energy is not my energy. That I'm separate from this experience. That I'm connected to you and to you only. And God, please help me to stop being Captain Save-A-Hole for people who do not need to be saved. People who do not want to be saved, God. God, please help me to stop cursing. Please help me to find another way to communicate my energy. God, you are the problem handler. You sort through all our things, and you help us to remain calm while you're doing so. I can remain calm because I put all the problems in your hands, God. I can remain calm because I give it over to you. No, that does not mean I'm ignoring it. Does not mean I'm not taking responsibility. It does not mean any of those things. I've already taken responsibility. I already know that I've messed up. I already know that I'm hurt. But God, I'm putting it in your hands so that you can show me how to become a new person. And I remain calm while you solve these problems, God. I remain calm while you give me these experiences, God. I remain calm while you show me how to be a better person. So God, I thank you for the addictions that are being released from me. I thank you so much that I'm not addicted to certain people anymore. I thank you so much that I'm not addicted to wanting the weed anymore. I thank you that I'm not addicted to looking for money anymore, God. I thank you so much that I'm not addicted to pornography, God. I thank you that I'm not addicted to views, God. I thank you that I'm not addicted to sex, God. I thank you that I'm not addicted, God. I thank you that we're not addicted to social media, God. I thank you that we're not addicted to TV. I thank you that we're not addicted to the devil and everything the devil has to kill, steal, and destroy us. We're doing amazing, God, and I thank you that we're shifting and changing each and every day. God, we love you. And I want to talk to Jesus for a second. Jesus, I know your part is going to be a little small, and I love you. I love you so much. And I ask this question every day, Jesus. I don't know how you did it. When you lived, I don't know, you didn't even live for a long time. After God gave you a purpose from the day you were born. But after you came out and you were following your purpose, I don't know how you remained so calm. I don't know how you remained so unbothered. I don't know how you did not let everything that people were saying about you, how they were treating you, how they were going against you. I don't know how you knew what you knew about God working in your life, and you were helping people, but you did not try to prove anything to anyone else. Even when they hurt you, even when they told you you were nothing, that you were demon possessed, that you couldn't say, that you couldn't be there, that they wouldn't help you. Even with all of this, you did not wish any ill will to them. You didn't want to hurt them. You didn't sit there and stay in that place. You were so peaceful and calm. And God, I need to know how to be like that. Jesus, I need to know how to again, I need to know how to be in that energy. I need to know how to be humble, because I have not always been humble. I really want to walk with you. I need to walk with you. I need to walk like you. I need to talk like you. I need to have a heart like you. I need to have a spirit and soul like yours. This is going to take a lot of breaking, God. I'm already aware. I'm not ignoring it. It's going to be hard. And my thing is, it's going to be harder than even what I'm saying right now. Even than what I'm thinking right now. It's going to be hard. That's why I'm saying, I don't know how you did it. You're magnificent. You're wonderful. There's no other words to describe it, because I wouldn't have been able to do it. I would hurt somebody's feelings. And my thing is, at that time, they would have probably hurt me and killed me. I would have been down and out. I wouldn't have known how to handle the situation the way that you did. So I'm asking that you help me, because I'm not the human that I want to be fully. I'm not the mother that I want to be fully. I'm not the follower of God, of Jesus, that I want to be fully. I'm not the person that I want to be fully. I'm not God, I'm not enough yet for you. I know you think I'm perfect. I know you love me, but I need to be more like you. I'm not enough right now, because I keep falling back a little bit. I know I'm close to you. I know I feel you, but I get into my own energy and I fall backwards, God. I don't want to fall backwards. I don't want to be myself. I want to be what you've guided me to be. When I get overly worried about random things. I get overly pessimistic. I get fearful. I get flighty. I get angry. I get aggressive. I people please. I'm prideful. I trauma bond. I'm not as direct and open as I need to be sometimes. And other times I'm too direct and too open. God, help me to be what you've meant for me to be. I know I was meant to be here for a reason, so that I can give people my testimony and get out of this place. But God, help me on that journey of leaving this place. And I want to thank you first and foremost. That's what I'm going to say. Because I've changed so much over the years. I've changed. I have. But I still realize that I have not changed enough to feel solidified the way I really want to in you or in myself. And I know that you're taking your time and you're doing it how you do it. So I thank you so much for that. I just want you to know, God, that I'm not perfect. And I don't ever want to give that image that I am. God, make me like you. Help me I was almost going to say, help me to forget the pain, but I even wrote down, don't help me to forget the pain. Because if I forget it, if I forget what I went through and keep the same habits that guided me to that place, I'll end up back in the same place. If I forget that having sex before I actually get to know somebody, if I forget that I need to know, I need to express my values and what I'm worth before getting a job, before getting into a relationship, before solidifying a friendship. If I ignore that and if I forget that, I'm going to jump back into a job, jump back into a relationship, jump back into a situation that I just prayed myself out of. And that's why you don't let us forget. That's why the memory just can't snap and go away, God. That's why the circumstance just can't snap and go away. Because if you did that and we stayed exactly how we were, we did not change, we would be back in exactly where we just left from. So help me to grow through the pain. Help me to understand why I got here so that I will never be here again. And my thing is, because there's always a source, don't let me blame the source. Help me take responsibility for where I am now. Don't let me, again, blame the source will mean I have to go backward. I have to worry about what's behind me. God, please get what's behind me out of my mind. I'm not going backwards anymore. You're helping me through it. And I love you. And I thank you for all of that. So help me to love myself genuinely and see myself as you see me, God. Help me to release any worry in regards to my life, love, my development, my abundance, my safety, my security. I don't have any worries about this anymore because I know I'm going to be okay. I release these things that have kept me tied to my past forever. I release these things forever. Any ties, bonds, spirits, intentions, plans are diminished. All these plans and these things are diminished in your name. And they're going to be rebuilt in your name. They're going to be rebuilt for your purpose, rebuilt for your essence, rebuilt for your love, rebuilt for you and you only, God. Everything I have and everything I am is going to be rebuilt for you. The shame, the defilement, everything, it can't hurt me. It doesn't have power over me. So it's leaving me. And I'm so happy that you have allowed this to happen. God, I thank you and I love you. You are everything to us. And please show everybody that is in this room and who needs this. Show them your spirit. Show them your light. Show them your love. And help them to stop wondering. Help them to stop being overwhelmed. Help them to stop second guessing who you are. God, we thank you for everything that you do and everything that you are. Let us have an amazing day. And each and every day, help us to be more humble. Help us to see your face. And when I say see your face, I know nobody's seen your face, God. Many people have seen Jesus' face. Nobody's seen your face, God. So with your energy, help us to see who you really are. Show us who we're meant to be. Show us that we're your child. Show us what we're meant to know about you, God. I thank you and I love you. Amen. Ashe. Atu.